program is suitable for viewing by children under the supervision of adults. Parental discretion is advised.
Two gunmen dead, two guns recovered in a gun battle in Manchester capital Friday evening. Good evening and welcome to Primetime News and to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com. I am Sandy Williams. Also this evening, badly decomposed body found in Fish Sanctuary in St. Elizabeth, and NARO bill finally passed in Senate. There's also a Saturday sports special in this newscast, so please stay tuned. The news in detail when we come back.
To the new onion ring zinger from
Welcome back to Primetime News and a special welcome to viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com. Dramatic scenes in Mandeville last night as a running gun battle between the police and gunmen in a motorcar ended with the death of two men. Residents describe a movie-like scene which saw scores of people in the heavy evening commute running for cover. Two guns were reportedly taken from the men. Krista Campbell reports.
Police lights illuminate the night sky in Mandeville, Manchester on Friday. In the spotlight, a single slipper beside a white motorcar with all four doors open as if in calm surrender. It's the aftermath of what was anything but the typical Friday evening rush within the parish capital. No one wanted to speak on camera, but a resident explained that the action started with a high-speed chase between the white Toyota motorcar and a black motor vehicle in which police were traveling. Things got to a head when both vehicles got into the busy town square. An empty taxi sits like a child in punishment beside the ill-fated Toyota motorcar. TVJ News understands that as a shootout ensued between two gunmen in the white car and the police, all the occupants quickly exited the taxi to safety.
We about two different barrage gunshot, and we are saying about that. When it's a couple of minutes after we said three men get shot around here. The place around with the people. Nobody can go east, west, north or south.
A lot of persons they were waiting on taxi. I was waiting on my taxi. A lot of persons waiting on taxi. And when they run, we run to the plaza. I run down the plaza and the gate locked because they know they lock at certain time. So people run upstairs and people were just running into the shop, like the edges of shops.
Well, gunshot is that thing move fast, you know. So less than a minute then last.
Spent shells tell the tale of a chase that would take the police and gunmen through this gas station. Residents noting it could have ended so much differently for the bystanders who were caught in the crossfire.
Most nervous time is when I was running beside the wall, walking beside the wall, and I look, me feel the wall and I vibrate. So that was feeling me. The only thing left for me to feel is something touch me. And that made I try to avoid. So me just put myself behind the columns them. And where I run on the plaza here, there's a shot that from over there that touched the concrete above my head, You understand me? So anybody could get drained or get a shot.
There have been no reports of injuries to any bystander, but a resident says if something like this could happen in the town square, he will be playing it safe from now on.
4:30, 5:30, 5 o'clock. We party at la carte, you see? Every time I run out, I'm not going to party again. By the time I'm going to drink it. You get that?
And though it's not the first shooting incident in the town in recent time, a resident says Friday's incident is unlike anything he's ever experienced before.
As a content creator myself, we call a YouTuber, in the street, I want to go for my camera because I was just editing a video standing there. That's why I hold on my head, so I don't really, I hear the gunshot, them I come. So I have to take for myself. So we were behind the kiss club, I see a smoke. I tell you, so I was so close still, I be a smoke. So I say, no, this is not pretty. So I keep on moving. I say, be a woman, I tell you, I watch, mostly I follow behind the women running. The women, they were just running in all directions. Everybody, it was a big panic. We describe it like an Iraq scene.
No look good, we gone on the map for different reasons. Reasons were not good. You see me? A man left for other area called Nasty up Mandeville, then we are there and make we look bad and that no look good.
Police say they took 2 guns from the 2 men in the white car who were found with gunshot wounds. They were taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead.
What we are looking for in the police, we get it and we feel good. We not go lie. Because we don't feel good for no say they escape and gone about their business, then we are there. Goodly hurt other people who we don't know about.
The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, is probing the shooting. Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
Taxi operator Kevon Leslie, who was convicted of the March 11, 2023 murder of his girlfriend Shade Brown, was sentenced on Friday afternoon. The sentence was handed down in the Manchester Parish Court after being aborted on Thursday due to an overcrowding situation at the facility. TVJ News spoke with the victim's family members after Friday's sentencing, who said they are relieved at the outcome and grateful for the support of family, friends, their community and legal team throughout the tiring 3-year ordeal.
The sentence is 37 years. 3 years have been minus. He's eligible for parole 30 years and 4 months.
I think family member them never really play out this thing good, like them feel say is a good thing kill them happy to see what you do. So I just give thanks to say God and time and the work out on our side, which we never expect no doubt. We expect that as an outcome. We never have no doubt. Just God and time.
Kevon Leslie was found guilty by a 7-member jury on February 3 and was scheduled to be sentenced on February 26, but documents including a social inquiry report and antecedents were not available. His girlfriend, Shade Brown, a nurse, was found stabbed to death at the home she shared with Leslie in Wales, Newport. Leslie reportedly fled the scene immediately after the killing, which happened in the presence of Miss Brown's young children. A post-mortem revealed that she was stabbed more than 20 times. A grim discovery off the south coast this morning has raised fears surrounding the disappearance of a St. Elizabeth woman. A decomposed body was found in waters near the Galleon Beach Fish Sanctuary days after 30-year-old Onida Kentish went missing from hospital. The police are now working to determine whether the 2 cases are connected. It was an intelligence patrol that quickly turned into a disturbing find.
I was along a patrol this morning with 2 wardens and myself. We got information from a fisherman that a boat had crossed the sanctuary, so we were on patrol. Went, saw the boat just leaving, spoke to the fishermen inside of it, indicated that they cannot cross the sanctuary. with any fishing equipment.
But what happened next would shift the focus of the operation.
Patrolling, coming back to base, back to Langacre, I saw something suspicious in the water. I then pointed for the captain to go over to take a closer observation. On closer observation, I realized that it was what resembled to be a decomposed body, well in decomposed state.
Manager of the Galleon Beach Fish Sanctuary, Tristan Walters, immediately alerted authorities. The body was subsequently removed from the water. However, the condition of the body has made identification difficult.
The body was in such a decomposed state that it was not able to determine the gender, or whether it's a female or a male.
The discovery comes just days after 30-year-old Anita Kentish was reported missing from the Black River Hospital on May 1. Her partner says the uncertainty has been devastating for their family.
Me pity them, miss their mother right now. God, they need their mother care.
So you are taking care of them?
Yes. Them say 4 o'clock in the morning, him get up and gone. Nobody no know where she turned. So me no know how that happened, and me no know how that could not really happen.
He says her disappearance has left him struggling to cope.
Cause when she around and she alright, she do everything. Me can't work, me can't do nothing right now. Me have to just stay home with the baby them. And right now, no worrying, cause me dey walk up and down and I look all about, looking for her. Me can't see her, none at all.
Police say a post-mortem examination will be necessary to determine the identity of the body and whether it is that of the missing woman. The Jamaica Public Service JPS says its operations team is working to fix a leaning light post that has residents of Santa Cruz St. Elizabeth worried and on edge. Krista Campbell reports.
In the heart of the busy Santa Cruz Square in St. Elizabeth, adults and kids walk by on their regular Friday commute home. Motorists also drive by oblivious to what some residents say is an accident waiting to happen.
Every evening I pass me, I look up, say to go drop down, kill me. Yes, I'm happy now. Funny pose. See it, man, and every day I see it and pass. I'm scared of it, man. As me pass me run. Trust me, I'm so scared of this pose. You know, like, me just feel set up and drop away anything now.
Them big units here pass through, can grab the wire anytime and pull it down for people. So when you hope the government and JPS have money to pay people when the right post drop on them.
It's one more thing the people of Santa Cruz and St. Elizabeth say they have to contend with every day, even as they continue to rebuild after the devastating Category 5 Hurricane Melissa that changed the face of the parish on October 25, 2025. In fact, they say the hurricane left the light post leaning, and they're urging the Jamaica Public Service JPS to act urgently to fix it.
Sooner or later, it's a good job. It is either the light post be replaced or it move.
JPS must come and deal with it urgently too. Because with the whole area now, water and so we are fall, can cause problem.
Especially when our rainfall and so forth. When the light post is there, nobody can walk on the sidewalk. If you walk out in the street and it can cause accident.
Since January 2026, there's been rainfall almost every day in Santa Cruz and surrounding areas, causing wide-scale flooding from waterlogged drains, which have been criticized as outdated and inadequate for the growing town. For its part, JPS says there are reinforcements in place and the pole does not pose an immediate danger to the public. The power company says it had previously scheduled a maintenance outage to fix the leaning pole, but this had to be postponed due to inclement weather. However, it says the corrective work should be done in the coming week. Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
It's now time for another break, but more local stories when we return. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. The Senate has approved the controversial National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority NARO bill, with the government using its majority to reject opposition amendments targeting additional oversight. The bill establishes the authority as a special purpose vehicle to design and fast-track major recovery and infrastructure projects.
I do report the bill as having passed committee stage without amendment. Minister?
Mr. President, I now ask that the bill be read a third time.
Members, the question at 8:13 is that the bill be read for a third time. Those in favor? Against?
An act to make provision for the management and implementation of the post-disaster reconstruction and resilience efforts consequent on the passage of Hurricane Melissa, and for resilience generally, to establish the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, and for connected matters read a third time and passed.
Opposition did not call for a divide, which would have allowed for the recording of individual votes. Several steps are to follow before the bill becomes law, including being signed by the Governor General. The bill was passed in the House of Representatives after a lengthy and at times tense sitting that ran from Tuesday, April 28 to the early hours of the following morning. During debate in the House, the government successfully introduced several amendments it said were intended to improve transparency and governance. Motorists traveling between St. Mary and St. Andrew are being advised to prepare for major disruptions tomorrow, as the main road through Junction will be closed for 6 hours. The National Works Agency says the road between Angwalta Vale and Toms River in St. Mary will be closed from 6 in the morning until midday. Communications Manager Stephen Shaw says the closure is to facilitate the safe removal of a truck carrying oil which veered off the roadway on Wednesday and became lodged in a gully. As part of the approval, warning signs are to be placed at several locations, including the Robert Shugman Roundabout, Westmoreland Bridge at Chovy in St. Mary, as well as Temple Hall and Stony Hill in St. Andrew. Motorists traveling to and from communities in St. Mary and Portland towards Kingston and St. Andrew are being urged to plan their journeys ahead of time or use alternative routes. And that's the local segment. News from overseas after the break. Welcome back. It's now time for news overseas. Passengers aboard the hantavirus-hit cruise ship will begin returning to their home countries on Sunday. Experts from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are helping to coordinate the return of Americans. More from the CNN.
Health authorities across the globe are working to safely remove passengers on board a cruise ship that was hit with the hantavirus outbreak. So far, 3 people have died and multiple others are being monitored for symptoms. Passengers have been quarantining in their rooms to prevent further infections.
We all went through an interview process about contacts and our health and how we're feeling. Our temperature was taken.
Dr. Stephen Kornfeld is one of 17 Americans on the cruise ship. There are a total of 147 people from 24 countries on board. The ship is scheduled to anchor off the coast of Tenerife in Spain's Canary Islands Sunday. Each country will provide transportation for its nationals. The Americans will fly aboard a chartered plane to the National Quarantine Unit, a secured facility in Omaha, Nebraska.
And the Primetime News package continues with sports right after this break.